People say less is more. At Red Barn, we think less is better. It's what you won't find that sets our natural premium pet food apart. No byproducts, no corn or soy, no fillers. Just the natural ingredients your pets need to live the healthy life they deserve. Look at the label. We want you to. Red Barn Naturals Pet Food. Simply the best. Find it in your local pet specialty store. Try our grain-free rolled food. It's protein-packed with less risk of food sensitivity.
Blog Talk Radio.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's Nathan Mikata for Real Tech Media International, Nathan Mikata Productions. Real Tech Media, Matanangolo Network by Blog Talk Radio here live at about approximately 10 a.m. Central Time. I think it was 8:01 Pacific Time. Basically, this show is basically pertaining to the issue of the court case here, state South Dakota, which I am in control of here. Basically, talking about the court case here. We do have our thing situated for next year, 2016, copyright 2012-2016. Basically, this show, if you guys want to call in, 657-383-0568 is what you guys want to call into. But this program basically is pertaining to the court case here, and if we have enough time, we'll throw something in there as well. In 2013, we had submitted a case to the Sioux Falls Police Department, which they had not even responded to the case, which we do have evidence for that as well. In this case, if we want to use that against the state of South Dakota and them as well. Basically, the case does state that it's about the money that BMI has not paid along with the stolen mail. So that's what the case is about. To the business. So today is basically the case we're preparing up for the federal side of the court case here, basically for the the case that the Sioux Falls Police Court did not take. We did call Broadcasters Incorporated on this behalf, and they told us to get a hold of an attorney, which we did. We tried to get a hold of multiple, and they were going to take the case, so we did get a hold of the state of South Dakota. The state of South Dakota wouldn't take the case, so they declined the case as well. So we went to the federal court system here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, by a Judge John Lawrence E. Long, that he wouldn't actually answer the emails that we had sent to them. So that is another turn down. So right now, as it stands right now, it's moving on to the Supreme Court via the United States Congress and a whole set of people. So they're going to be taking this case now. As I said before, when we started this case, it was back in 2013 with the business. When BMI Broadcasters Incorporated, Rich Garza, told us to get hold of an attorney. When we got a hold of our attorney, we tried to go through multiple different attorneys. None of them will take the case. None of them will take the case through the current situation. So, with the stolen mail. So, and the money that now was never received. This includes the grant that the company applied for that was never received as well, and we had informed the company on 2 separate occasions. With that being said, we had basically told everybody no, that we're not going to do anything more with them, being that they wouldn't take the case. When the initial filing of the paperwork began with the Sioux Falls Police Department, that was in, I think it was March, April, or May of 2013, and I could be wrong. But when we had gone through the other attorneys, the other attorneys wouldn't take it. The other attorneys had no idea how to do about the case here in South Dakota. So when we got a hold of them, one of them had mentioned, and we talked to them, in private, and they asked a few questions, and they were getting into the situation with me, and they never got back, and they never said that they would take the case. Or if they would take the case, they didn't say that they would. So there was one thing there that has been said. Other attorneys wouldn't take the case because they said it was too high of a profile case. State South Dakota Mighty Jackley, we submitted the case to them. 2 cases, actually. We're not going to talk about the other one, but the first case we talked about basically was the same thing. Still in mail, the money that was never paid to the company, and the grant that was stolen. So, Mighty Jackley wouldn't take the case. Mighty said no. His assistant said no, that they didn't know what they were going to do. So, which is a no. It did move down to the federal system here in South Dakota. We emailed the judge directly. The judge knew how to get hold of us. The judge knew what to do in order to get this case on the move. He just didn't reply to the emails. He did not reply to the information that was sent. So, and that was basically a no answer there. That was submitted in August and September of 2015. The case of Mighty Jackley in the state of South Dakota was submitted in 2013, November 2013. So that eliminates the police department locally, that eliminates the local attorneys in South Dakota, and that also eliminates the state of South Dakota from doing the court case. And that also eliminates Judge Lawrence from the case. They all said no, so it's moving on to the Supreme Court at this time. It literally claimed the system, and we are due for the Supreme Court ruling. With that being said, we do have the system machine through the government, in which they have been watching the situation here in Sioux Falls, and they've been noting what's been going on. And I know that the host that people have been watching this too. Again, trying to call in 657-383-0568 is the number to call in if you're a guest. 657-383-0568 for you guys to call in. Court case basically pertaining to my stolen mail and the money that was never received from BMI and the grant offices. The Endowment for Humanities has been notified they were the ones that actually were going to give the grant to the business, and that was never received. And much of my mail that I had was going to be getting never got delivered. Even if they delivered the mail, either they misdelivered the mail or the neighbor stolen the mail is what the deal is right now. Currently, we have the case sitting in the Supreme Court right now, so it's moving on to the Supreme Court. Postal inspector wouldn't do anything, so it got submitted to the court, to the Supreme Court. So, with that being said, and being that they didn't do anything, and being that the fact that I did quit working for Black Athletes Incorporated, it has since moved on to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court will be ruling on behalf of this case. Basically, give them my information, my address, and stuff like that, and email address, and basically my immigration number. But it's up to the Supreme Court to rule at this time. The United States Postal Inspectors, both of them that talk to me, do have to testify against Congress. They do have to testify in order to get their situation resolved. So I cannot help them with that. I cannot go there with them to talk to them about what they did. They have to answer those charges themselves. I have provided all the evidence to a federal official, and she is going to be taking that case along. So, and give them my information as well, so they know who, what, where, when, how, and why. They know I've been microchipped. They know I've been watched by the United States military as well. So it's another reason why the United States military has been signed overhead when I go out. So again, phone number to call in 657-383-0568 is the number to call in. This is 12/8/15. There's not gonna be no calls coming in. Then we're gonna be moving on. We're gonna fit something in here today pertaining to another person, and that person knows who that is. I had recently informed Shinzo Abe of Japan about that person. Shinzo Abe is still upset if Shinzo Abe knows that the Center for Equality in Thuha Cao, South Dakota has been hacked twice. They've been hacked twice by Japan. So there's one question for me and everybody else is, what did the LGBT community do to piss off Japan? So that is what we're asking right now. The person that most likely is behind some of this stuff goes by the name of Thuha Cao. Thuha Cao is Vietnamese, not Japanese. Looking at the name, states that Thuha Cao is Vietnamese. I don't know if you guys heard that in the background. That's what I mean. That's the military. So anyway, back in this program here, basically stating that Thuha Cao has been given away to the public. Thuha Cao is not me. I'm still here in Thuha Cao, being held hostage currently here in Thuha Cao, South Dakota. Have not left this trailer court unless if my roommate takes me with her places. I usually do not go because for some odd reason with Tamara. So and I know that some of her people that are getting pissed off at her are aware to the situation too. Because they've been notified as well on behalf of this case. Thuha Cao, like I said, Thuha Cao is Vietnamese, not Japanese. If you look at the name Thuha Cao's last name is Vietnamese. It's not Japanese. It's not Chinese. After much deliberation and research, is to state that she is a Vietnamese. Back to the thing with the Center for Equality on why they were getting hacked. It's most likely they're racist. It's probably why they're getting hacked. It's most likely something they did to piss off Japan. And with that being said, I think that's why they're being getting hacked by Japan. When I first looked up the information from the first several months of this investigation, I did note the Center for Equality Sioux Falls has been hacked. Not once, but twice. And they were told that if they get hacked again by Japan, that they would not get a new center at all. That would be check street. They would not be allowed to be open up a new one in Sioux Falls at all. And that's what everybody's telling them, that if they get hacked one more time, and with the current situation, that they would not get a new center. With my name scratched off the mailbox, or the mailbox that was actually even sent into the postal inspector, of which they had and took that as evidence. I'm still at Tamara Urban's address, 431 South Island Place in Sioux Falls. That is has since been noted, photographed. And then will be used against the mail carrier, the post office. All the mail that has been stolen from my roommate's mailbox, from BMI, and any other money has not been received, including the banking information, is being used against the trailer cart of Johnson Estate, Sioux Falls, 4101 Southwestern Avenue, and the post office. That's why we have a current search warrant for a trailer cart, search for any mail that's been stolen. Addresses has been noted, and addresses has been sent in. We're just waiting for them to execute the search warrant, see if they're actually the ones behind it. That's all we're waiting for on that part. The person who has that search warrant is Judge Lawrence. But thanks to the fact that Judge Lawrence wouldn't take the case, it'll most likely be the FBI. Nine minutes in the program. 657-383-0568 is the number to call in. If you want to call in. This program is copyright 2012-2016 Universal, a network of multilingual network, is in association with the United States Nation, or the United Nations, and UNICEF. It serves Republic International, MNC, and a part of WC47 San Francisco, and Commerce Incorporated, owned by Universal Pictures and Universal Music Enterprise. Email marketing by Asia.com and USA.com are reserved. We do have one thing to talk about before I head out here, and I didn't put this in the program here because I didn't know how long this was going to take. We did get our SEC license updated once again, reissued, and it didn't take long to get it. So that has been set up there, and we do have our Cal letters currently, and that's been set up now. And by the thing with the FCC is that they said that one of the applications we had sent in wasn't for the actual station, so we submitted it again, and we're just waiting for that approved. But everything else has been updated. We got the actual license updated. Everything else has been noted. We have the Equal Opportunity Employment file, the programming information file. You guys are seeing the changes and Multilingual Network's website, which has been changed. Looks different than what you guys had thought you guys were seeing. And we're still working on the links here too. I'm only here basically. Blog Talk Radio is supposed to be only on Mondays, but being to the fact it is Tuesday, Tuesday, 8th of December. And I'm supposed to be on holiday till the 1st of January 4th. That's basically what that is too. And I know that's supposed to be transferring to UC Riverside too. So I had recently gotten my information past the classes to UC Berkeley, or the Silicon Valley campus to UC Berkeley. So that's been gone and done, and that's actually been good. My thing with UC Berkeley, or the Silicon Valley, was in astronomy and astrophysics. As one of my biggest things I like doing is looking at the stars, looking at the, the planets that out there, basic stuff like that, and studying the stars, the blue winds, and stuff like that. But that's one of my biggest things I like to do. Another thing that I do here basically is producing my movie. You guys probably waiting or notice the thing with The Angel and Me. That's being filmed. That's been filmed for quite a while, and that's actually still being filmed. It's just working on the production part of it now. Based on a true story of me, my life, and who I am. Some of you guys in the industry may know this, some of you guys in the industry may not know this. It's the ISAN number. International Standard Audio Visual Number. Registered fully. I'll give you a little bit of a, if I can find it here. Preview on the ratings. Had a meeting here basically on it. Where can we tilt? So just have to help here. But we do have our FCC license here with us if you wanted to show up to FCC. We do have our technical members with us if you want to show up to them. Everything has been sent into the trial case for them to look at there. But that is that too. I think I'll do that tomorrow or next week. Show you, read off the ratings for the movie internationally. Different ratings for different countries. So currently for the United States, it is rated R. So that's what they give in the rating. The Motion Picture Association of America has been noted. The Adobe Dolby Atmos. You know, the ones that sing for the sound engineering. Noting. It's all being done in 4K here, so I can look up the information here for you. Got 2 minutes left in here. 1.5 minutes. Dolby Atmos for the sound. High definition 4K video. And the audio effects are by DFX International. Universal Comcast is the one that's behind the music, as well as the Star Music in the Philippines. You remember the guy I told you guys about in the Philippines? That's who's behind the music. Angela knows that him too, so. Done at ultra high def 2351, surround sound 9.1, bonus features at 1080p, English, Spanish, Japanese, Chinese, Tagalog, and Francis. The surround sound basically is the theatrical sound. Surround sound languages include English, Spanish, Japanese, Chinese, and Tagalog. Subtitles: English, Spanish, Tagalog, Tagalog, French, Portuguese, Dutch, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, and Thai. Is that for the feature? We'll talk about that more next week or tomorrow, depending. I am Nata Mikata for Black Talk Radio, the Little Bit Show, on the 8th day of December 2015, 8/28.